What is up, guys? What is up, guys? Alright, we are good. My mic is on. We are live stream. The fuck? Good. The fuck? So, I was playing Need for Speed like I do at midnight, and I stumbled upon this mission where you get where you get money every single time you beat the race, but there's a certain thing you have to do in order to beat the race. You gotta get over 150 miles per hour. So you can beat the race and get $7,000 every single time, and it won't be, the mission won't, end. It will be, it will keep on coming up because you have to pass the mission in order to actually, progress in the, do some commentary live stream on grinding out, because if you want to get the cool cars, you have to grind for money. I mean, obviously you don't have to do this, but it just, pretty simple. So I guess while I'm doing this, I guess I'll also do a little channel update. I mean, Ox has already made a channel update about Lost Legacy, and now there's 22 parts. I managed to get 2K17 and Bioshock parts in there, but it's all been Ox. He's just been doing Lost Legacy. Apparently his mic's not good, so he's not going to do any commentary. That's fine. I can respect that, He actually said it's a hell of a lot easier to, to actually do. And actually, Jesus Christ, I'm bad. And actually, it's a lot easier to, do it without commentary, because you have people like me who are like, Jesus fucking Christ. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. So yeah, it's like the part coming up, there's a straightaway where I'm thinking the game's like, alright, this is when you're gonna wanna go 150 miles per hour, but if you don't boost, I'm pretty sure you don't make it to that miles per hour. I'm pretty sure it's fine. Yeah, we're good. We are good. Whoa. I've always loved race car games. Like, maybe one day I'll get to this game. The Crew. I love The Crew. The Crew is such a good game. I think, Jesus, I'm not the best at them, but I do love them a lot, and I think that they are actually really good. I think The Crew is good. This game's good. See, look at that, $7,000, and you get, I think it's like, wow, you get a lot of XP too. Look, I'm level 19. So then, what you want to do is then you just not do that. You want to go back to here, teleport, start all over again. That's why the live stream is named The Grind. It's the grind. It's the Need for Speed grind for money.
Don't forget you have to hit the target speed for this to be a valid run, okay? Go.
Alright, we're gonna... Wait a minute. We're gonna turn these down. There. Now let's continue. Junior. There's always this junior guy. Oh, Jesus Christ. I got cops after me. God, this junior guy's an idiot. So yeah, the channel is going pretty well. I think that what Ox is doing is great, and I think you know if he doesn't, if he just wants to do gameplay, whatever. I'm obviously gonna do vocals and stuff. Vocals, what is this, a fucking song? No. I do commentary and stuff. That's always. It's always fun, I have so much fun making these videos. I don't care how many subscribers I have. I don't care how many viewers I get. I just have a blast making these videos and just... Oh, Hot Wheels! Sorry about that. I just have a blast making these videos, and this is my first legit live stream. I hope everything is going okay. I before I did the test stream called like Black Ops 3, and I played Black Ops 3 for like a second. This is gonna be a huge live stream, just me grinding for money and Need for Speed. I'm like, this would probably be a good idea for my first stream, just grind it. I feel like that same guy was there. Okay, so we gotta watch our speed. And yes, I am driving a Nissan Skyline. That's a dream vehicle for me, Currently I have a Subaru Outback, 2005 Subaru Outback. My dream vehicle would be a Skyline, just like the one I am driving right now. That would be so cool. Like, because Skylines are from Japan, you drive on the left side of the car. You drive on the wrong side. You don't drive on the wrong side of the road, but you drive on the wrong side of the car. And I think that'd just be really interesting, to just try to drive. Try to, like, get used to... Okay, so yeah, my car only goes, like, 140 without boost, so I think we should be good. Another 7,000... 750? What happened? I think the game caught on to me. We'll see. We'll try it again. If it says... If the... I will try again, and if it's still if it is still if it's 750, we'll probably beat the race, and then I'll do a couple races here and there, and then end the stream. That would be upsetting, because I thought this would be like the perfect grind where you could just keep on going, but we will see. And I bet if you actually legitimately do the race, maybe they'll give you 7,000. But as of right now, no, that's not the case. Not the case at all. $750. That's not gonna cut it. How much money do we have? 37,000. Most of the good vehicles in this game are over 100,000. So I mean, we're not bad. Not bad. You know, definitely not 50,000, but it's something. This vehicle I have right here was 29,000 in the game. I was thinking about getting this newer Skyline, but I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go with the older Skyline. I think the older ones kind of look cooler in a way. The newer one's kind of, one light is bigger than the other. This one, the back kind of looks like a Corvette, you know, if you really think about it. You know, the 4 lights, they're kind of spread out apart. I feel like with the Corvette, it's more, the lights are more close together. But I definitely like the look of this, and I like the white with the black, and definitely a dream vehicle. Also a dream vehicle is the DeLorean. I wish the DeLorean was in this game. That'd be pretty cool, going back to the future in this game. But no, there was DLC for this game that I love. I wish I could play it, but it's on the PS3, called Burnout Paradise. It had DLC that, there was this vehicle where you can make it hover and it looked just like the DeLorean. And then, oh, you're gonna fuck me. Sorry. And it was cool. And they also had, like, this different car. Burnout was a cool series. I think they should remaster Paradise. I think it was one of the first, like, open world car games that was like, whoa, you know, like, wow, you can, like, you find the cars in the world and you race to, like, different locations and stuff. The game was really fun. And I remember having some Burnout game on my PSP, which was equally fun. It was just more linear, and there was just single races. It wasn't open world. But Burnout Paradise was something else. And if they remaster it, that would be a game I would consider picking up. Because I like I said, I love racing games. You know, I mean, any kind of racing. I mean, oh, 7,000. 7,000. You see that? We're in the clear. We can still grind it out. We can still grind this out. I don't know what happened last time. I do not know what happened last time, but we are going to continue to grind, because apparently it is working again. It's working again, which is awesome. Because I love grinding, All I do is grind for money. Sorry if the beginning the noise was, you know, overgoing my voice. Sometimes I forget that because I use my PS4 and I use actual gameplay footage, I have to manually, in the option menu, I have to turn down the settings. You've probably seen it before I think I did it in my BioShock series where I just did it. I shut off, or I turned down the volume, because there are some videos on my channel where it is embarrassingly hard to hear me. Because this was like one of the first videos I made where I came back, because I learned how you could just use footage right from the game. I came back and I was like, what is up, guys? It is Zombie here, I'm back. And like the game's like, and I'm Zombie here, and today we're going to be playing some. So I kind of learned over time that you need to turn down the volume or it just doesn't work. So if there was anything bad, if there's any like problems where you couldn't hear my voice early in the stream, I apologize. Yeah, drifting, playing this game. This game is actually surprisingly fun. I was kind of holding off because I'm like, I don't know, you know, the last Need for Speed game before this one was Need for Speed Rivals, and well, I mean, it was okay. you know, it was Need for Speed. You could be a cop or a racer. I mean, it was fun. It was Need for Speed, and it was actually kind of exciting, but at the same time, it wasn't very exciting at all. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but this one, I'm having a lot more fun. And like I said, I was holding off because Rivals was average, and I'm like, but I picked it up this year. The game's 2 years old, and I said, you know what, might as well give it a try. And here we are, and it's really fun. I would definitely recommend it if you're into Need for Speed and you had the same thought as me, where you're like, I don't know if this is gonna be as good as I remember Need for Speed to be. And I mean, $7,000, awesome, makes me happy. Well, yeah, it's a little rough, I would say. It's a little quirky, the controls, but it's actually quite simple to control. It's not very, I mean, drifting, you just gotta get used to it a little bit, but overall it's a good game. I recommend it. Also, speaking of Need for Speed, I cannot wait for Payback. Need for Speed Payback. I can't wait for The Crew too. Race car game. There's just something about them, you know. It's like, I play a lot of first-person shooters, and those are fun too. But there's just something about racing a car, the competition, and I think that's why Need for Speed and Forza Horizon, I think that's why these car games have done so popular, because competition. You have to keep up, especially with the Need for Speed games, like the newer ones that are open world. Because of their open world, it's not very boring. The Crew 2 is probably one of my favorite car games. No, that's The Crew 2? I apologize. How am I going to know that? The game's not even out yet. The Crew 1 is one of my favorite car games of all time, because it's open world. It actually a pretty good car selection for the game. The game came out, I think, a year before this one, 2014. But a good car selection. You got the Skyline in there. You can customize pretty well. I think that's another thing that kind of draws me into these car games, is the customization. I think the customization is just, it's something that needs to be in a Need for Speed game, or a car game at that. Because if it's not, then it's like, then what? No. No. Okay? There definitely are some, I can't think of any race car games that don't really have customization. Even in Burnout Paradise, which is like, kind of not very good with customization, there still is customization. You can like change the paint job. It's very limited. It's definitely not this game, but it's definitely got customization. And I would say the one game that probably doesn't have that on the top of my head would be like early Burnout games, like Burnout 3. I don't think has any customization, but Burnout 3 is really fun. I remember there was like, you have an 18-wheeler when you do like the road rage, where you have to get like the most points by crashing. It was kind of a very original idea for a game. And oh shit, I can't tell on these lights. It's a very original, game, and I think that it's. When I was a kid, I thought it was pretty cool. Let's watch for our speed here. We want to get the $7,000, but we don't want to beat. Because I'm guessing when you beat the story, the $7,000 goes away, and that's what we don't want. We want to consistently get that $7,000, because That's the most right now that I'm getting per mission is 7 grand. So we want to keep on grinding. Keep on grinding and grinding and grinding. That's all we can do. Fail the mission. See, it says fail the mission. Must pass to continue story. So, I don't know if this... I mean, it's just kind of a exploit, if you will. But, Red makes it faster. Let's see, what else can I talk about? I can talk about my series, that are on Backhold, that you know are up and coming. So a little update, I guess. BioShock, I have part 5 up, I think, right now, currently, and I have part 2 of WWE 2K17 up. Currently I have so many series. I have so many series that are up, that are going right now. It's kind of overwhelming, and I think I set myself up for failure because so I got Borderlands 2, I got BioShock, I have WWE 2K17, which is a long frickin' ass game. I have all the zombie maps on Black Ops 3, and I have Black Ops 3 Nightmare. So I have a lot of series. Only one that I have revived being being Borderlands 2. And little update, I don't have any parts recorded yet for Borderlands 2. I feel like Borderlands 2 is going to be more like, you know, the rare series in my arsenal. You know, I feel like it's going to be the kind of, you know, I want it to be a special series that only comes out let's just say once a month. You know, I mean, I feel like because Borderlands 2, it's a special game. You know, it's one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time, and I feel like I should treat it as such by making it a rare playthrough, by special, you know, making it a special event here and there. And yeah, that's what I want to do. But BioShock, like I said, I have part 5 up. I currently have 10 parts. I have up to part 10 recorded, so that's good. I'm just gonna have to upload them periodically, like as I do. And with 2K17, I have up to part 5 recorded. So those are all. That's all I have. I also have okay, 7,000. The grind is real. I also have Zetsubo no Shima, which is the next zombies map in Black Ops 3. I have done. I think it's 4 parts. 65,000, not bad. Which I think it's 4 parts. I think it's the shortest of all of the... Wait, no, actually, let me check. Let me check, actually. I don't know if Shadows of Evil playthrough is actually shorter. Nope. Shadows of Evil is 5 parts. Zetsubo no Shima is 4 parts, so it's gonna be probably the shortest zombies maps here. I mean, I don't know. I don't really do well with Zetsubo. That was actually probably my first time doing well soloing it. I never really soloed it because it's tough. Sorry. Oh God, sorry. But it's a tough map, and they even did a update that made it so the doors in solo are a lot cheaper because they were so much muddy just to get muddy, so much money to get to the actually, you know, actual power and stuff, that it's like we gotta make this a little smaller for the players that want to just do solo. So I mean, it made my life a little easier, but 4 parts, that's all I could get out of it because I was an idiot and I didn't know where the Pack-a-Punch, I guess you'll see. You'll see when all 4 parts are uploaded. You'll see. And then after that, I gotta get to Gorod Krovi. Then, after Gorod Krovi, Revelations. Then, I think I'm gonna do Nostra and Toten as the last, you know? The first map being the last series that I do. So, that being said, after that I'll probably do like Verrückt, and then Shino Numa, and then all the other maps, Kino, Origins, Shangri-La, you know, all those, Ascension. And then I'll do Nostra and Toten, you know. Remastered Nostra and Toten. I think that'd be cool, you know? It's like, it's got meaning, you know? It's the first map I've ever played, and it's probably the last map I'm ever gonna play. Talk to Travis. I'm in the middle of a race, dude. I'm in the middle of grinding. Can't you see I'm grinding, Travis? But, yeah, I think that, it's definitely, the channel's definitely going. This is probably the best that my channel has done in a long time. This is probably the longest I've gone uploading too, which is, you know, something I wanted to do. I know I joked around in that 100 video update kind of video, and I was like, yeah, I doubt, you know, I'll, you know, go long making videos, but I truly want to go the distance, you know? I truly want to keep on uploading, keep this channel active, because if I keep this channel active, maybe one day it'll get somewhere. But I don't know. But I want to keep the channel, you know, active. That being said, it's a hard thing. You know, it's hard trying to find, you know, the right balance, because it can take a lot of time out of your day to film. So what I like to do personally is I like to do fuck, I can't talk. I like to film a lot of parts at once and then just upload them. Ox, I think, is doing roughly the same with his playthroughs. He's pretty much doing all of his parts in one sitting, roughly. I don't know Ox's, if he did his Lost Legacy playthrough in one sitting or not. I don't think he did, but he probably films and then releases periodically the way he wants to. If he wants to upload every video at once, he can do that. You know, this is his channel too. It's not just mine. But I at least like to I like to release not, the same content. I mean, I made an exception with Der Eisendrache. I wanted to get Der Eisendrache, out of the way, move on to a new map. So I uploaded like all the parts in roughly a day. I uploaded like 6 parts, and oh, you fucking ass. Doesn't matter anyways, we're not trying to win this, but it's uploaded. I uploaded like 4 parts in one day. And I don't usually do that. I don't like to do that because I feel like some videos get lost in the shuffle, and I feel like, I mean, it's not Ox's fault, but I feel like that because the way he posted, none of his videos are getting any views. But I mean, like I said, if he wants to post that way, it's his channel too. He has the right to do that. But I just like to post, not as frequent. I mean, frequent enough where it's not like I'm taking huge pauses, like I usually do with like my month, like a 2-month pause, and I'll come back. But it's like, have people waiting, have people, wanting the next part, and then giving it to them. Have people waiting, they get more hyped, and then they like enjoy the part a lot more. Like, one of my favorite YouTubers, iDubbbz TV, he uploads so like unfrequently, if that's a word, that when he finally does upload a video, I'm excited. I'm like, yes, he uploaded a video, awesome. And then I go into the video, first impression being like, I'm excited, I'm hyped to watch this video, because it's not like you don't want to get too worn down with one YouTuber. You don't want to get worn down to the point where it's same content every single day. I mean, some channels do very good with that. There are some channels that I think post daily, probably same content, post daily, and they get huge amount of views. Where is it? What? It's gone. It's not even here. Am I even in the right? Oh, what the? Break the law, driving above the speed limit. Oh, damn it. Oh, that was like, no, that wasn't one run, but that's upsetting, dude. That fucking sucks. I wasn't paying attention. I guess the cops are coming after me. I guess this will give me a chance to show you my vehicles. So I got this Ford Mustang Fox Body. First car you get in the game. There's like 3 choices, like car, Pokemon. I picked this one. And then I got this Mazda over here, which is pretty sick, but this is working out a lot better for me. Now, actually, I want to do some customization here, because at level 20 you unlock... No, wait, not this. My headlights. Ooh, I kind of like that look better, though. So so there's certain parts that you have to unlock. Like, see, level 39 you unlock, which was kind of upset to me at first, but now it's like whatever. Where was I at? Oh yeah, I was saying YouTubers, some YouTubers do very good with posting daily. They get millions, but some do it their way and it works for them. It's a whatever, Alright, let's see if the mission is over there now. It is over there still. So let's teleport. Let's grind. Keep the grind going. Oh, keep the grind going. Start event. So yeah, Ox said he might finish The Last of Us. We will see. I will see too, because it's funny. I don't know when Ox. Your car. I don't know when Ox is gonna post sometimes, and sometimes it's a surprise. It's like, oh hey, part 22 of Lost Legacy. Nice. Me and him were talking and we were laughing because he's gotten in like 22 parts of his video series, Lost Legacy, and I've only gotten 2 videos. So he's definitely a lot. I guess you could say he's a lot more active on the channel. He's been, you know, he's told me he's been staying up late, you know, posting these parts, and it's like, good for you, you know. I stay up late too, that's why I'm live streaming right now. But yeah, you know, it's, you know, this channel, it's nothing to take too seriously. That's how I'll end that conversation. It's nothing to take too seriously. You know, it's just me, the zombie, my friend, the Ox. I think I got my other friend, Dilly Pickle. I think I got on one of my Borderlands 2 videos, but it's just me and Ox just having fun, you know, just having fun, posting stuff, and just channels to have fun. It's nothing to get too serious about and get too like, oh, gotta do this, gotta do that, you know, oh my god, they're waiting for me. It's just, you know, it's here to have fun. And that's how I'll end that conversation. So, first person, well, obviously it's about the time where video games are coming out. That's where we are. It's about that time where, you know, it's fall. Video games that, you know, we saw E3 are, you know, just around the corner. And one game in particular that I want really, really badly is Wolfenstein 2. That, oh, what was it called? The New Colossus? It's just, I loved Wolfenstein 1, The New Order. It's just so good. And I played Old Blood, which was sort of DLC. It was sort of like the Blood Dragon. Like, it's linked to the first game, but it's like $15 game, like a small game. And that game was fun. That game was, you know, awesome. And now the second game's coming out, and apparently Germany actually invades America and takes over our culture. You know, that's something that always, like, you know, interests me about World War II. It's like the, like, what ifs of World War II, which is like, what if, you know, Germany did win and they you know, they invaded the US and they took over. It's not very plausible because that would never happen, but if it happened, it would probably be roughly Wolfenstein 2, where they would pretty much take over our culture and you know, just kind of brainwash us, you know, in a way. So it's interesting, and I feel like I'm gonna enjoy that game because of that, because of the what if that whole game is. You know, it's like, what if they did this? You know, what if they did that? And then the consequences of what happens if they do this. So, you know, that's Wolfenstein 2 is, you know, it's you know, it's on my list. It's on my list of games that are gonna be super hyped this year. We also have Far Cry 5, which Far Cry is a stellar series. Ubisoft has done such a good job with Far Cry. Far Cry 3, probably my favorite Far Cry. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, definitely my favorite Far Cry. Far Cry 4 was good, It was really good, actually. But I don't think it did... I don't think you... Oh, I guess fine. I don't think it, in my opinion, did as good as Far Cry 3. But I think it's still a pretty good game. And I don't know what to expect for Far Cry 5. Which, I think takes place in America somewhere? I don't know the full details, because I'm not trying to spoil it for myself. But it's something to do with, it's like religion, and it's like a cult. I don't know. I don't want to say too much, because I don't really know anything about the game. And I don't want to say anything that's wrong, because that's not good. So another game is Assassin's Creed Origins, and I've always loved the Assassin's Creed series. I've played almost virtually every game except one. I think Assassin's Creed 1 is one of the only Assassin's Creed games I have not beaten. If they remaster it for... they're not, but if they did remaster it for the PS4 and gave it trophies, I would definitely give it a try. I doubt they're going to do that because they already remastered the Ezio trilogy, which I have not beat yet. I've only got like I've only gotten like sort of far in only got sort of far in it, and then I haven't played Brotherhood and I haven't played Revelations yet. Obviously, I played them on the PS3, but I have not played them yet on the PS4. Whatever. So I guess I haven't played every single Assassin's Creed game. But yeah, Origins, Assassin's Creed Origins coming out, and is about Egyptians, which I think is a step in the right direction, at least. You know, with Unity, they kept it going forward, and Syndicate is in the 1800s. Having DLC, having a little like side mission that actually takes place in like World War I times. That being like the most recent thing in the past that we have witnessed. That's not counting, you know, Desmond. I mean, in the past, that's the most recent. And they're going back probably to the farthest time that we have seen. Ancient Egypt. That's why, you know, hence the name Origins. This is going to be the origins of the Creed. The origins of Assassin's Creed. Which I think is... it'll be... how you say... oh, I'm an idiot. That's how you say that. Well, I think it's going to be pretty good, you know? I mean... they even, you know, they took a break. Because Syndicate, it being okay, was definitely, you know, they wanted to see something new. Assassin's Creed coming out every single year just wasn't, you know, just wasn't cutting it. So, with Origins, they took a break. They took a year break. Which I think was... that truck just changed logos, didn't it? Whatever. They took a break, and I think that's going to make this game probably the best we've seen in a while. You know, I mean, Assassin's Creed Rogue was really good. It was basically just a reskin of Black Flag, but with new characters and everything, which I think is fine. You know, if it's not broken, don't fix it. But Unity and Syndicate kind of didn't do well for the series, so I like how they took a break. Definitely shows me that they want to actually improve and not continue to drive this series into the fucking dirt. So, I mean, there you go. Let's see. Call of Duty World War II. Definitely another game I want to get very badly. Because it's a Call of Duty game. You know, it doesn't matter if Call of Duty's in space or it's boots on the ground World War II. You know, I want to play it because it's Call of Duty. It's a series that, you know, I sad. This is, you know, it's kind of sad, but it's a series that I, you know, grew up with. You know, Call of Duty 4 being my first Call of Duty and it being the best. So when they remastered it, it was amazing to relive that. But this year is different because it's something we haven't experienced in years, which is World War II. The last World War II game being World at War by Treyarch back in 2008. So when this game is, you know, when this game is out in, you know, 2018 being next year, when this game is, you know, full cycle, World at War will be 10 years old. God damn. 10 years old. It's like, wow. That is crazy. But, I mean, Call of Duty 4 is already 10 years old. Which is crazy. I think Bioshock 1 is 10 years old. They have a new, like, a collector's edition or something about their, you know, about it being 10 years old, the series. And it's just crazy. It's crazy, but it's good that they've came back to World War II, because this is what, you know, this is what people wanted. People said we had 3 years. We had a full cycle. Because there's 3 companies that make Call of Duty. Those three companies being Treyarch, Sledgehammer, and Infinity Ward. And all 3 of those companies that year, starting with Sledgehammer, did futuristic games. For a full cycle, 3 years, full cycle, only futuristic games, you kind of get sick of it. You got Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, which is a great game, don't get me wrong. But Infinite Warfare came out. People said, that's it. No. We're going to dislike the trailer. 2 million dislikes. So I think this is something Sledgehammer wanted to do anyways. And I think it just kind of clicked in their head. Let's do this. Because clearly they don't want a 4th year of futuristic gameplay. They want something else. Which I condemn, you know, I commemorate them for. You know, I think that this is good. This is good for the Call of Duty series. I can't really think of any other games that will be coming out. Like I said, Payback and The Crew 2 will be coming out. Other than some stuff that I'm not familiar with, that's about it for releases that I want to get personally. Oh, I don't know if it's coming out now or later, but this Dragon Ball game. I'm a fan of Dragon Ball Z, you know, Dragon Ball in general. And I've played all 3 Budokai games. I've played Budokai 1 and 3 remastered on the PS3. I've just started up Xenoverse 1, which is, it's actually, I was kind of turned off by it in the beginning, because it's kind of like a third-person fighter. If that makes sense, because there's 3D fighters, which that's what this kind of is, but it's more of like in a third-person position. There's 2D fighters, which is what the Budokai games are. What actually no, the Budokai games are actually like a really good Hot Wheels. Fuck you, Hot Wheels. Doesn't matter. But I think why I like the Budokai games so, you know, why I like them so much is because it's a good blend of each genre of fighting game. You got 2D parts, and then you can switch it up and do 3D parts. You can kind of turn this way, turn that way. So I think that's why I like them so much. They're good games. Actually, the remaster games, I actually platinumed them because I like them so much, you know. But they should definitely remaster those 2 games for the PS4. That'd be awesome. I guess I could kind of talk about remasters and games that I want to get remastered, because you know there's certain games that I have played and I have loved, but it would be really cool if they kind of upgraded them. Like, take for instance Spyro trilogy. If they remastered those, that would be awesome. I think we're gonna do one more grindy thing, and then I'm gonna call it for the stream. One more race. 130. Wow, we're doing good. So yeah, games I think that they should remaster. Definitely one of them being Far Cry 3 for the PS4. I heard something about the game was originally supposed to be for the PS4, but then it wasn't. Because at least I got Far Cry 3 in 2012, but I think it actually came out 2012 or sometime before that, and I think the PS3 came out a year later. So I think they were trying to like make it for the PS4, but they just couldn't do it. So they made it for the PS3. I think it was supposed to be like a launch title for the PS4, but I don't know. That's just what I read online. But I think they should, you know, remaster Far Cry 3 with Blood Dragon, because Blood Dragon is one of my favorite Far Cry games. I already mentioned that in this video. It is so good, and I think that they should, if they're gonna remaster, like even if they just remaster Blood Dragon, I'd be fine with that. I actually have a poster on my wall of Blood Dragon. That's how much I love it. And I think the reason why I love it is it's short and sweet. You know, it's $15. When I first got it, it was just amazing. Everything I loved about Far Cry 3, but with the 80s decal on it, which is awesome. I think another game they should remaster is I usually have like a lot more. Maybe some of like the old Need for Speed games. That would be interesting. Like the first racing game I really played was Need for Speed Need for Speed Underground. 'Cause I think that's what it's called. But I think that's really it. I mean, I can't really think of any other games that I'd want remastered, you know? I mean, maybe... yeah, I don't know. And there we go, the last race. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of my stream. I'm the Zombie. Thanks for watching.